right, what's up, metalheads? It's your main man, Eddie Monster here, and I've got something new that we're doing. That's right. This is called Storytime. That's right. This was inspired by something I saw. I was going through TeePublic, and I was trying to find something to wear when I do my Aussie tribute in October. By the way, there will be an announcement on that too, so stay tuned for that. But anyways, and that being said, I'm looking for a t-shirt, and I come up on this. Now, for those of you, there are a lot of you that are going to think this is funny, and you're going to know exactly what this is all about. But for all you youngins out there, this says, I still owe money to Columbia House. Okay. Now, for those of you that don't know what Columbia House is, they were some sort of like record club or something. You would see their advertisements inside of magazines, the TV Guide or Metal Edge magazine or Hit Parader or Rip or just about any magazine. I mean, it could even be Sports Illustrated. Could have been the Rolling Stone magazine. You know what I mean? Could be any of them would have these. And I believe there were two of them. If memory serves me correct, I think BMG also had their own. But I victimized Columbia House. That's right. So for those of you, this is an example of an ad that you would have found out there. As you can see, 12 hot hits for a cool penny, plus a chance to get 2 more free. Now, I believe this was in the 80s, this ad. Mine was not that great. Okay, it wasn't 12 cassettes for the price of a penny, although I did get it looked more like this. It was any 7 records of tapes for only a penny. And it was funny because on the ad itself, and thank you to Getty Images for this, obviously, there would be a little slot where you would have to tape the penny onto the ad, and you put it in the envelope and you'd send it out. Now, I want to say this was about 1991 is when I did this. I was 9 years old. I had just learned how to, read and write, all that good stuff. And I had been seeing these advertisements in magazines for like the longest time now, right? So I decided like, hey, I want to get something, right? Because I can ask my dad for a penny. I didn't read the fine print though, right? So the fine print was, yeah, you're getting these 7 or 6 cassettes, whatever it is, for a penny. But then you have to buy, I think it's like, I forget what it was. I don't know if it was 2 or 3 at regular price. But whatever. I'm a kid. I don't read the fine print. All right? Whatever. So you're probably wondering, well, what did you get? Right? Because I'm looking through the ad and I'm trying my hardest to remember. I think I could remember 3 out of the 6 that I bought. Okay? Probably 4. Because I was a huge fan of that song, Love Is on the Way. You know what I mean? Saigon Kick there. But it was post-80s. You know what I mean? It's 91. And I was still a huge fan of a lot of those bands. Like, some of them, like the Bullet Boys. Smooth opinion! And then there was Slaughter. Mr. Big. Hold on, little girl. Show me what he said. And Rat. So those are the 4 cassettes that I remember. Saigon Kick might have been the 5th one. I'm not sure. I can't remember all 6 cassettes. But the funny story is, so whatever. I send them out and I get all the cassettes. I'm so excited. I've got Slaughter, Stick It To Ya. I've got Bullet Boys Freak Show. I've got Rat Detonator. I've got Saigon Kick's album, whatever the fuck that was called. Mr. Big's Lean Into It. And I'm like, cool, whatever that 6th cassette is. I don't remember. And I'm like, all right, that's the last time I'm ever going to have to deal with this. But then I remember getting like things in the mail like, hey, you've got to pick at full price. And I saw that and was like, all right, nobody has to see this, right? And I throw it in the trash because I'm like, nope. How am I going to convince my parents, to buy these things or whatever. So I'm just like, trash. And then eventually they started getting phone calls to the house, and my brother answered the phone, and they were like, yeah, can we speak to so-and-so, right? And my brother goes, wait a minute. Do you mean this person? And they're like, no, we're looking for, blah, blah, blah. And my brother's like really confused. And my brother's 8 years older than me, so just think about it. 91, I'm 9 years old. He's 17, and he's like, there's something completely wrong here. How could you be asking for a 9-year-old? And that's what's going through his mind. You know what I mean? At the time, it's like, he's like, nah, I think you made a mistake. And they're like, no, he ordered, these 6 cassettes for a penny, and now he has to buy 2 more at full price. And it's like, and we want the money. Actually, I think at that point was they wanted, because I kept failing to buy the cassettes at full price, they wanted full price for every cassette that I did get. And my brother kind of looked at him and said, he's 9 years old. Good luck getting money out of him. And they were like, oh. And they hung up. And basically that was it. That was the last time we heard from him. So, yeah, I probably do owe Columbia House some money, but that's just funny, to me. Cool story. Tell that at a party, bro. I know, I get it. All right, so we got big things planned. That's right, in October. I told you, big things. The Aussie tribute on air, October 17th, 9 p.m., WBIM, 91.5 FM. If you go to the Facebook page for Pedal to the Metal, you will find the event listed there, and it's going to have the link to be able to listen to it online. So make sure that you're there. It's going to be a great time. We're going to be celebrating Ozzy and all his greatness. I will have an updated video that will be coming later with everything so that we can get ready for this. So thank you guys for tuning in. By the way, don't forget to subscribe to the channel. That's right, where we try to come up with more content for all of you out there, for hopefully that you will all enjoy. Maybe even more like this. I love story time. I love telling stories, memories of great concerts that I've been to, great things that happen at concerts. I was just reminded of one before I started recording this, of something that happened at Ozfest 2006 in Mansfield, Mass. That's going to be something that we're going to be talking about, because I remember it all too well, and I remember being pretty fucking pissed off about it. So stay tuned to this channel. Subscribe to it. Let's do it. Stay metal.